So, what's up everyone? Shandon here. We spend a lot of time on this channel talking about the latest hardware, the slickest software, and the cleanest desktop setups, but underneath all of that, especially in the world of servers, development, and even on a surprising number of consumer devices, is Linux. And the heart of Linux is the command line, the terminal. It can look a little intimidating at first, just a black screen with a blinking cursor. But trust me, once you get the hang of it, it's one of the most powerful and efficient ways to interact with your computer. It's clean, it's fast, and it gives you a level of control you just can't get with a graphical interface. Today, we're diving into the top 20 Linux commands you need to know. This is the foundational stuff, the building blocks that will let you navigate the system, manage your files, and really start to understand what's going on under the hood. It's not about becoming a super hacker overnight, but about building a solid base of knowledge that will serve you well, no matter what you're doing with tech. Getting comfortable with these commands is a game changer. Whether you're a beginner just spinning up your first virtual machine, a student in a computer science class, or just brushing up on your skills, these commands will boost your productivity. We're going to go through them one by one, keep it simple, and show you exactly what they do. By the end of this video, that black screen with the blinking cursor will feel a lot less like a wall and a lot more like a door to what's possible. Alright, enough talk. Let's get into it. Alright, first up is ls. This is your eyes in the terminal. It lists the files and directories in your current location. Next is cd, which stands for change directory. This is how you move around the file system, jumping into different folders. Ever get lost? pwd, or print working directory, tells you exactly where you are by showing the full path. To create a new folder, you use mkdir, which stands for make directory. Super straightforward and honestly, super useful for organizing your stuff. Now for rm, or remove. This is how you delete files or directories. Be careful with this one, it's permanent. Need a duplicate? cp is for copy. It lets you copy files or entire directories from one place to another. So, the command, which stands for move, is kind of a 2-for-1 deal. You can use it to move files, or you can use it to rename them, which is pretty handy. The command is honestly a super quick way to create a new empty file or, update the timestamp of an existing one. If you want to quickly see what's inside a text file without actually opening an editor, you just use, it displays the contents right there in the terminal. So, is a powerful search tool. It scans through files to find specific lines of text that match a pattern. When you need to locate a file somewhere on your system but don't know where, is the command for the job. Ns or change mode is all about security. It lets you change the read, write, and execute permissions for files. So, similar to permissions, the command lets you change the owner and group of a file or directory. This is really key for multi-user systems, The command is simple, but honestly, it's pretty versatile. It just displays a line of text, which is super useful for scripts or just checking variables. The command, which stands for manual, is basically your best friend. It brings up the complete manual page for any other command so you can always look up exactly what you need. So, sudo stands for super user do. It basically lets you run a command with administrative or root privileges. It's, the key to unlocking those higher level system tasks. On Debian or Ubuntu, apt-get is your package manager. It's how you install, update, and remove software from your system. Super handy, honestly. Curious what's running on your machine? The command shows you a snapshot of the current processes, basically all the apps and services that are running right now. When an application freezes, is how you terminate it from the command line, using its unique process ID. Finally, is used to bundle multiple files and directories into a single archive file, often for backups or transfers. And that's a wrap on the top 20 Linux commands. Practice these, and you'll be navigating Linux like a pro in no time. Look, I know we went through these pretty quickly, but the goal here was to give you a clean, solid introduction to each one. The real learning happens when you start using them yourself. So open up a terminal, make some directories, move some files around, and don't be afraid to check the pages if you get stuck. That's honestly how we all learned. It's all about building that muscle memory. These commands are the foundation. From here you can get into scripting, server administration, software development, pretty much anything. The terminal isn't just a tool, it's a skill, and it's one that's more valuable now than ever. The more comfortable you get with it, the more you realize how much control and efficiency it offers. It really changes how you think about interacting with a computer. So, I hope this was a good starting point for your journey. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tech tips. Hitting that bell icon lets you know when new videos drop. And I'm curious, what are some of your most used commands, or what do you want to learn next? Let me know down in the comments below. I read as many as I can. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.